Your ego's a liar. Your ego's a liar. Your ego's digging a grave of comfort. A grave of comfort that you're going to crawl into voluntarily, where you get buried and you can't move anymore. That's what happens. That's what happens when you blame other people. That's what happens when you don't accept that whatever's going on is your fault. It is your fault. Accept that, own it, and then deal with it.
Devin Haney tells Lomachenko that it was set up for him to win for a third time, and he failed. What is Devin Haney talking about? He's talking about basically what I've been talking about this entire time. They have set Lomachenko up several times to succeed. Do you know what that means? That means they went out of their way to put him in a good position to make sure that he wins, to make sure that he get belts. I've already stated how this stuff happened. If you haven't seen my video on how the media destroyed Lomachenko, go check it out. Okay? They started with the just being overzealous about his amateur record. Then they lied and told you that he broke some fastest record in boxing history. Then that was a lie. Then they gave him franchise champion. Then they erased his boxing loss, give him 2 back-to-back title shots. And while most of those titles that he fought for, if people go look at boxing record and pay attention, were vacant. Meaning he didn't beat a champ to be a champ. He ain't beat no reigning champs or nothing like that. Those was a lot of vacant belts that Lomachenko had. You know, that's for those that care at the end of the day. But he's basically saying how the boxing world set you up to beat me, and I knew it. And I stepped in to the lion's den, put my head in the lion's mouth, and came out clean. That's why people are really upset. Everybody knows this was the setup to give Lomachenko that alley-oop. We all know that. That's why I favored Lomachenko going into the fight. Not just because I thought Lomachenko could win on the back end, because I was like, the politics is too strong. Devin Haney is up against a lot. I don't see him having a close fight and winning or something like that. But on that day, the judges got it right. But they say they want to appeal the decision and whatever and whatnot. Hey, appeal the decision. You know, I think you should do that. I really do. But, you know, you can't be appealing and asking for a mandatory spot at the same time. Because if you're confident in your appeal, then why would you ask for the mandatory? Your appeal goes through, you the champ, right? And speaking of that, at the end of the day, no matter how much you want to give Lomachenko, even if you want to say Lomachenko won, you know it wasn't enough to dethrone a champion. That's something that a lot of people don't talk about. You guys know it wasn't enough to dethrone. You know that you really have to take it from the champion. You know that. But that was if it was even an even fight. But, you know, for those who know boxing, that ain't fanboys, that ain't emotional, we see what it is. I'm just sitting back and watch everybody scramble and pretend and keep up a front and lie and catch these buttermilk biscuits in their mouth and do all this other stuff. It's just interesting to see what this fight has done to the boxing world and watching people react, because you should be able to tell who everybody is right about now. Like, comment, subscribe. Bruce Van, I'm out.